Hi, I'm Eric Lenask. We are here in Santa Clara, California for our Editors' Days. In the studio with me from Azumio is Tom Shu. Tom, thanks for joining me. Great to have you.
Likewise. Thanks for having me.
So let's talk about Azumio and some of the things that, maybe start with some of the things that you're seeing in the market. You guys have a fairly different take on health and wellness applications and how to handle that with individuals.
Sure. So at Azumio, we were one of the very first movers on the mobile health market, established in 2010. Since then, we basically created a whole suite of applications that help you live your life healthier. Had about 80 million downloads, and over the past year, we basically combined all the individual applications into one mother app that we called Argus, and it leverages all the sensors on the phone. You don't need to have any other accessory. Your phone is the ultimate wearable. We leverage all the sensors on the phone, the accelerometer, the camera, the GPS, the gyroscope, to basically help you live your life healthier by putting all the stuff that you're doing on a day-to-day basis in context for you in one app.
So I guess the most obvious question is, with all the hype and even adoption, not just hype, but adoption around fitness trackers and monitors and things like that, why did you choose to go purely with the sensors on the phone?
Sure. Well, we think that it's the one that's available to everyone. Most users these days around the world have a phone. Mm-hmm. It's the most accessible. They already have it. It's on them all the time. Has the highest user retention. And basically, in order to give a user a better sense of their health, you need to have something that can measure it at all time and not just one particular part, or a couple weeks before, or a couple of days after. You need it with them all the time.
Tell me about the app.
Sure. So I have it right here. The name is Argus. It has a very unique hexagon interface, very beautifully made, colorful, and easy to use. We can track your steps passively, so you just basically need to open the app every few days, and it tracks all your steps even when the app is off. You can tap in, gives basically how many steps you've walked. The cool thing is you have all these food that I see here. It also tracks your calories, so like a donut or bagel over there. You can also know how many calories it has. The other cool thing about it is that we leverage all sensors on the phone, as I was saying, so you can even measure your heart rate using the camera. So right here, basically, if, Eric, you're interested, I could basically have you put your finger on the camera lens right there, and basically in a couple of seconds, we'll know how fast your heart is beating, And there you go. And it is 65, right, just using the camera on the phone.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this particular app is called Instant Heart Rate that we basically baked into Argus. It's had more than 15 million downloads by itself, and we now have it in Argus because we believe that the future is having all your data in one place to give the user a contextual view of their health and what they've been doing. And as I said earlier, we also leverage the accelerometer on the phone, so you can use Argus as kind of like an alarm clock right here. And throughout the night, it keeps track of your movements. So when you wake up in the morning, we sense that when you're just about to wake up, we ring the alarm clock in the state where you're least groggy. So you wake up feeling very refreshed and new, instead of having a jarring alarm clock that wakes you up exactly at 8:30 every day with the same boring alarm clock tone, on a day-to-day basis. If you're a runner, we can also leverage the GPS sensors on your phone, so you can track your run, your bike ride, or as our CEO likes to always be on the water, he tracks his paddleboarding rides on the water as well. Yeah, so it's truly an all-in-one application that's for everyone, and it's free. And for some people who really enjoy having a companion in the software, we also have a friends and follower feature, so you can add your wife on there, have your kids on there, see what kind of food your kids are eating if they're into taking food photos. We also have that feature built in as well.
Interesting. Now, one of the things that you can't overcome is effectively user adoption, right? If for instance, if you go to you want to monitor caloric intake, you can only do that if the user decides, okay, I'm going to input that data.
Right.
But
right.
But other than that, it's interesting. You've created an application that incorporates a lot of the different features and functions of many of the different trackers out there all in one.
That's right. That's right. We've seen a lot of other competitors on the market. They usually only do one or two things, and they do it well. But we've spent the the past 4 years focusing on the technology, the algorithms, the sensors on the phone to basically collect the data and basically smooth it out so that's very clean instead of having a lot of garbled data go in, and then when it comes time to analyze it, you're like, you question its accuracy. And of course, we also put all the data together in the context of what you're doing. So what is a particular heart rate of like 55? Or was a particular heart rate of like 65? But if you can tag it as a resting heart rate, in the morning, it actually means something for that particular user.
Where's the app available?
So the app is available on the App Store, iPhone App Store, and also on Android, and it's available for free. So you could basically go and download it and use it. And select if you're into a lot more hardcore tracking, track more. But if you're also into not, for example, tracking your minute calories, you can also take a food photo. And it's these small things of just being aware of what you're doing, what you're eating, that in the long haul makes the biggest difference.
How do you generate revenue?
So we have a freemium model. The app is free to use. It's ad supported, but as a premium user, we offer you more features as well, and also the ads are removed, just like Hulu, for example.
Of course. How much for the ad removal?
So we have a subscription basis. We provide more premium content, such as like workouts, nutritional information, articles, recipes. It's $4.99 a month or $29.99 a year, so you get a 50% savings. Because we build everything in one, we do plan on raising the price. So if you want to get it at a discounted rate, you should do it today.
Excellent. Tom, thank you so much for joining me. It's been very exciting.
Great. Thank you so much, Eric.
Thanks.